Good afternoon and welcome. I want to show off my microscope camera. I'm feeling under the weather. The day after Christmas I have a wicked sore throat. It lasted almost 24 hours. I woke up the day after Christmas with it, and by that evening it was starting to feel better. But I definitely got a cold and feeling dragged out, and I lay down for a while and I rejuvenate, and you know, and I know I'm going to be in for many weeks of coughing, because that's what happens with me. It just lasts and lasts and lasts and lasts, because I got constant throat clearing anyways, every day of the year. So it's just the way it is with me. Well, anyways, there's two parts to this little flopping video here. First of all, I want to show you the microscope camera. This is the one that I got for Christmas. I was telling you about in an earlier video. And it's a USB camera, and I got it for Christmas. And I brought in my HP DV1000, which is Windows XP. I've got the Dell D600, which has Windows 2000 on it, but I don't know if this will work on Windows 2000. That computer is under the bench here, but the battery's probably dead in it, so I figured I'd just bring this in. And what I'm going to do here is to see if it works here. It helps if I turn the computer around. This is the laptop I paid $15 for at the school a while back, and I had one of my buddies put the operating system in because I'm not able to do that. Now, as you can see, this would clear underneath here, but being a laptop, you still got the keyboard that can be in the way, but it's definitely a lot better than the big monitor I had. If it goes on, just charge this battery. I think it's on. Yeah, it's on. I think. Yeah. That very, very, very faint blue on the buttons. Yeah, here it is. I don't know if you can see that on the camera or not. So we'll let it boot up, and then I'll proceed to hook this up after it boots up. And what this has is, it has a brightness control. Let's see if am I in. A brightness control right here, and a snapshot button. Now this will record. It records an AVI 640 by 480. So I'm not going to be able to get away with widescreen. You're just going to have to live with it if you want to watch my videos. I've had complaints about when I go from the Kodak, which is what I'm using now, to my Samsung F40, you get a border on each side. Big deal. You get a border on each side. That's just the way it is. So, you know, I'm not a video expert, and so my videos are far from perfect. So this will record on the computer, so I figured I'll use this rather than the D600 because it's faster. And what I'm going to do here is I'll turn this mouse on, get my reading glasses on, and let's see. Alright, let's plug this camera in here to the USB port and bring up Oasis XE, which I got on here. Here it is. Alright, I keep hearing this. Your computer may be at risk. I get these. I have the update shut off on this. This is Windows XP. And it keeps telling you it'll perform faster if you use a USB 2 port. Well, that is USB 2, but I get that a lot. There is the picture. Let's put this underneath here. This is, Bob gave me these. I fixed his record player, by the way, and he picked it up today. And we're going to put this down on the platform here. And let's bring it down. Lock it here. There's a focus control right here on it. And you can turn the camera. And lock it in. You can also turn the camera out like this. And of course I'll have to refocus it, you know. And we'll refocus it right here. Alright, so what I'm going to do here is to get a little circuit to put underneath there to show you. Hang on a minute. Alright, I have this here. This is out of some junk stuff that I scrapped, and we'll put it under the microscope. Okay, there are 4 diodes on that board, as you can plainly see here. And here's the fuse right there. That's really all there is on there, other than the electrolytic over here. Now, one of the problems I'm having with my eyesight is trying to read the amperage rating on the fuse itself. It's impossible, no matter what magnification I use, to try to read the amperage on the fuse, the actual writing on the fuse itself. Now this is a short stubby fuse right here, which, let me get another fuse without pulling this one off the board here. Hang on a minute. In here I got some loose fuses that I cannot read the values on the fuses. If they're not in a fuse container like this, I cannot read them. So we're going to take one fuse out of here, and we're going to put it under the microscope. Alright, I got a loose fuse here, so I'm going to try to read it on the microscope here. Let's see. And now this has a light on it, and it's got to be turned up. Get on it. And focused. Alright, bus, B-U-S-S. It's not the best computer for this. It looks like F02 amp. Okay. Alright, now we know that that's the right, it's up right side up now. Now I can aim at the fuse. 1/32 of an amp. Alright, so I don't know what that other number is that I read. It's 1/32 of an amp. Alright, here is one of these surge protectors, that blue. So I'm going to show you on this, hopefully, if I'm working on a small area where I'm trying to solder. Alright, you can see here, there's the circuit right there. And you can see my finger, how big my finger is on that. So if I'm working on that circuit, this is on an angle, I can turn the light up and down on it. Here's the light control right here. And I can turn the light completely off, and that's just the light from the ceiling. Then I can turn the light up higher, and there's some sort of an automatic light level control for the light exposure, I should say. And also, if I want to take a snapshot of this, all I gotta do is push this button here. It took a snapshot, but what it does, it takes a snapshot. It doesn't take a snapshot of what I'm aimed at. That's the only thing I haven't figured out yet on that. Now watch what I do. I'm not moving this camera at all. Everything is pretty, well, it's moving a little bit. I'm going to try not to pull on the cord here. And watch on the screen when I push the photo button. See how it moves over? It takes a picture over here. Now, I just got to look in the computer and find out where it goes. That's one of my other problems I'm having, is the image, I got to dig it out. I got to dig into the computer to try to find the image. It takes me quite a while sometimes to do that. And the same with video. It'll record video. I have to dig into the computer and look all over for it, because I can't seem to get it to save in any certain folder. So if I find the video, which is AVI 640 by 480, it's silent. It does not have a microphone in it. So what will happen is I can put this in my repair videos if it's needed, and then I can narrate what I'm doing. So that's not a big problem. But why it takes a picture, like if I move it over here, alright, let's move it over to the right, so I'm a little bit off on the circuit board, and we'll go down here and we'll push the snapshot button. Now watch the screen very carefully. Notice where I'm at right now. Alright, see what it did? It zoomed in on here and it took the picture of the what the hell you call them things? Mine went blank again. Don't get old, it's no fun. But anyways, it don't take the picture right on. Now the video can be done this way. I'm going to have to set this on the bench so you can see it. Alright, I'm recording now. The camera's pointed at the circuit board. And now I'm going to bring up the program, which I got to stick my glasses on. And I got to get my ugly head in the way. I'm sorry, but I need to see what's up here in the top here. And capture. Start the capture. Okay. Alright, so it's going to name it. I got to name it something. So we'll call it GOAT. G-O-A-T. Okay, now, come on, pointer. Lost the damn mouse pointer. Yeah. Okay. Alright, now you want to enter the amount of disk space. I just click OK. And OK on this one. And now it's recording that. So what I'll do is I'll put my finger across here so you can see that I'm recording. So if I'm working in here and I'm probing or soldering, you know, it's pretty much right on. There's no delay. You can set the resolution to, I think, 600 by 800, but there's a lag from what I understand. So keeping it at the default 640 by 480 is fine. So we don't want to fill up the hard drive on this, so we're going to stop the capture. We got to go back up here and stop the capture. Okay. All right. Now, on the video, as I recall, the video will record exactly what you see. In other words, there's no offset. It's not shooting off to the left like the photos do. Why it does that, I don't know, but I have this camera program. It's a Oasis XE, but any webcam software will work on this. There's quite a few out there, but that's one of them that we use. So even on my Windows 7, when I plug this in on my desktop, it will do the same thing on snapshots. It'll snapshot off to the left. In other words, it won't take a snapshot of this. All right, so let me play this back. Let me stop the video a minute. My computer, Explore, and it's not in the, I'm using the wrong magnifying glass for this, but I can't find my other one. USB video, it's not in there. Nope, it just brings up, that's the Windows one, USB. See, that's, so any webcam software will work on this. I'm very pleased with this camera. It does an excellent job. So let me see. What I want to do is to go into, I got to go into the local desk, into the, it's hard to see. A local desk, documents. I'm not sure where I am going here. I'm stumbling around. It's in here. Hang on a minute. I'm wasting a lot of video time here. Okay, I found it. I had to stumble around. Stumble. I went into local disk C and just clicked on local disk C, and here are the files here. So, like I say, I have to hunt around in here to find it. Okay, so here's the, it records in JPEG. 640 by 480, of course. So I open that, and okay, that's one I did on my Windows 7, zoomed in on a dime. I did that the Christmas evening. Let's see what we got here. All right, here's one, but you see what the shift is? Instead of being in the middle of the board where I had the camera aimed at these discs, it takes a snapshot off to the left. And it does it on this computer, it does it on my Windows 7, and it does it on one other. I've got the Gateway I paid $1 for at a yard sale that has Windows XP too. And the same thing. It does it on that too. So I guess that's just the nature of it. There should be an AVI in here that I did, but I don't see it. All right, there's another shot to the left. And here is one that apparently came out all right. But these are all JPEGs, these are all photos. I can't find the video. And the videos usually end up in here too. I did record a video. You remember me putting a finger like this across it because it was set on capture, but I can't find it. So let me see if it went into a video folder. My videos. Nope. No, it's not in... it didn't go into OGOAT. See if it went into my recent documents. I have no idea what I'm doing. When it comes to computers, I'm totally stupid. I know a little bit. Just a little bit. I called it GOAT. GOAT AVI. Wasting a lot of video time. Videos get too long here. Alright, I found it. It's in my documents. I had that before, but I don't know why I don't see it. Here it is. Here it is right here. 21 megabytes. 640 by 480. And we'll open it with VLC Player. Damn things don't leave you stay on the screen long enough for me to play it. Alright. Alright, that's the video. Now supposedly there's my hand. I'm quite impressed with this. So, because there's no sound, of course, as I said, but I'm quite impressed with this because this, the video stopped now, this here will enable me to make video clips of what I am doing and stick them into my program. But as I said, this is 640 by 480, so you're going to have a border on each side. I'm sorry. Now, here's a strange thing. I use VLC Player, and I use the old one. I think it's 1.117 or something like that, because it's the one that works best. And it's an old one, but it works. But around Christmas time, and this happened last year, how do I get these little Santas in here? And after Christmas, well, it's after Christmas now, of course, but, you know, maybe after New Year's, this will disappear. And I get that on my Windows 7 computer. How do these get in here? I didn't update this program, and they keep asking me to update it, and I won't do it because the new one don't work. When you right-click and say Open with VLC Player, it won't work. So the good old VLC Player, which is version it's version, I can tell you right now, this is the one my son uses and I use, is it's version 1.1.7 right here. And that's the one I put in all my computers. I have tried the new one. My son tried the new one, the latest. They don't work. Or they take very, very long to open up. This one responds right away. The older software is usually the best. Okay, so anyways, close that. And we have to exit from here. There's no X in the right-hand corner. Okay, so that's the AVI, so we'll delete that because we don't want to fill up our hard drive. So that's it. So I'll probably bring this in and out when I'm doing any close-up work. I will when I get a chance. I got to bring in the flash drive, and on the bottom of underneath the bench here, in the back here, I've got my Dell D600 with Windows 2000, and I'll try and see if I can get that Oasis program and get this camera to work in there. But I'm quite pleased with it. And hang on, I'll put you on the bench here. All right. As I said, you can turn this camera right around, so I can aim if I wanted to aim over here, for instance. But it's mainly for close-ups. And on here, you got a thumb wheel. You turn that, and then you can move this up and down. And over here, you got a thumb wheel that you hold this, and it's got a gear. And it's got a gear in here, and you can crank it up like a microscope. See that? So you can get whatever angle you need, you know, and then lock it into place as to wherever you want it. And if you don't want to use this, you can hand hold it. And the only thing with this is, like any other thing, like the inspection camera that I showed you in earlier videos, you have to determine what is up and what is down by rotating the camera. Your focus is right here. This turns, but I think it's just a holder for the cable. The cable appears to be quite long. Cable is 4 feet. I just stretched it out on the bench, and the bench is 4 foot long, up to the scope, that is. So, and the base, they give you 4 pads that you stick on, and you assemble it with 2 screws here, the Allen. They give you the Allen wrench with it. So you put this piece on. There's no instructions with this whatsoever, but it's pretty self-explanatory. Nice heavy aluminum base, and very nice. I believe the guy that rated this, don't quote me, but I think his name is Dave Jones. He's the Australian guy, or English, and very smart. And he rated this and the cheaper one, and this got the highest rating. So I couldn't think of anything else to get for Christmas, and this would really help me out. And it would be better to use this than the inspection camera from Harbor Freight, because then I don't have to worry about getting a flat screen monitor. I can use the computer and just push it off to the side on the bench. The disadvantage is I got the keyboard in the way, but the advantage of it is I can record the video if I want to. So that works out really well. So I got the best of both worlds that way. So that's the review of the Microscope camera. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 LEDs. Okay, so that concludes the my little show and tell on my Microscope camera, and I'm very pleased with it. And before I end this video, I want to put out a big thank you to Ron C. from Canada. It was a very nice card sent to myself and Tommy, containing a Dunkin' Donuts gift card for me and for Tommy. So I want to express a big thank you to Ron C. in Canada. And I will not use his last name, but he goes by Ron C. on YouTube, and you probably have seen his comments on the videos. So thank you very much, Ron, and Tommy is going to thank you. Tommy's in the house, so I'm going to bring the camera in there, and he's going to shoot off a big thank you to you also, Ron. And we both appreciate it. We do go to Dunkin' at times, and it's going to be very helpful. And we appreciate it.
Hi Ron, I just wanted to say thank you for the gift card, and a Happy New Year to you and your family. Thanks again.
Okay, Ron, we appreciate it. Thank you very much. I want to wish you and every one of my viewers out there a happy and safe New Year. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good day.